The United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, originally known as the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, is responsible for providing humanitarian and developmental aid to children worldwide. Interestingly, it has won the Nobel Prize, the first to be awarded to an organization. Despite being highly active in fundraising, awareness, relief work and research, very few people know the origin of the organization. UNICEF is supported entirely by the voluntary contributions of governments, non-governmental organizations, foundations, corporations and private individuals. It receives no funding from the assessed dues of the United Nations. Most of the fundraising is done by UNICEF's 36 national committees, the voluntary support of millions of people around the world, partners in government, civil society and the private sector. UNICEF was created in 1946 and began with a definite mission of providing emergency food and healthcare to children in the countries that had been destroyed by World War II. In 1953, its original name was changed to the United Nations Children's Fund to reflect its broader mission, but it retained the original acronym after being officially adopted as a permanent branch of the UN in 1954. The agency is among the most widespread and recognizable social welfare organizations in the world. Though its headquarters are in New York City, it operates in over 190 countries, focusing on the welfare of children in at-risk areas. Since 2006, the organization has concentrated on a few specific issues: child survival and development, basic education and gender equality, child protection and policy advocacy, and partnerships. UNICEF has been a key player in global development work since its beginning. UNICEF operates during emergencies in addition to supporting developing countries to provide children with basic resources and advocate for their rights. At last, UNICEF is working to create a world in which no child is ever bought or sold, stolen from a family, or otherwise victimized. UNICEF believes that every child deserves to grow up in a loving family, and it supports inter-country adoption when conducted ethically in accordance with prevailing law and best practices. At the same time, UNICEF works to support families in need so that no one ever feels forced by poverty or insecurity to give up a child.